Hello and welcome to another installment of Comparative Reasoning. I'm your host, Sidra Kennedy, and today I'll be talking about Breonna Taylor is the stamp they needed. Last night, I I was just trying to work on wrestling, trying to get moves made and do all this other stuff for my show, for my big event coming up Monday and Tuesday for both my show branches. And I saw Bo the Fifth column, and he was talking about preparation, how people are boarding things up like it's a hurricane. And he spoke about how they're prepared for the outcome of the trial. And I was thinking, what trial? He was like, Breonna Taylor. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, because, and he said exactly what I was thinking. They already know there's going to be injustice. They already know how messed up this system is when it comes to being racist and things like that. See, that's the thing. You know how bad things are, and you yet won't change your ways to make them better. If you are out there and you are of the majority and you want to look down at minorities and talk about how they cause problems, and you spread that at the dinner table, and then you have these thoughts of how you just don't like them, and then you associate them with something negative and things like that. If you're out there and you're doing this and you're spreading this to your kids and you're making sure that you check your family to make sure that they agree with you, or your friends and make sure they agree with you, that nationalist checking that I said I was going to start saying, because that's more accurate. Actually, that's very accurate. If you're out there doing that and you know what's going to happen when you cause some injustice just to rile someone or to get at somebody, then that means you're fully aware of how wrong and vile and evil you are. You can't call anyone else evil when you're the ones that's spreading it. And you can say, well, you're kind, or you people. See, you already exploit your racism when you do that. But when you say that, well, you guys do that too, you have to figure out why we would do it. Why would we say they'll never give you a chance? Why do we find everything negative to come up about you to separate ourselves from you? And it's not even to really separate ourselves from you, it's to keep us from seeing you as the pinnacle of greatness that you always place yourselves to be, only to find out that once we get around you, we're not even third-class citizens. We're just bumps in the way of you being better than tomorrow. That's it. We're just bumps in the road. That's the problem. You know what you're doing. You know why you're doing it. And that's what makes it evil. If you were ignorant, fine. But you're spreading this. You're spreading it. And these cops, yes, they're going to protect their own. Just like mail services will protect their own. Doctors, surgeons, they will protect their own. What saves money? What keeps from spending money? What keeps us from looking bad in the public eye? That's it. And you all do this. Breonna Taylor was in her room sleep, or on the couch sleep. She was asleep, shot, awakened, died later. She didn't die in her sleep. She was shot, and going on the end of the results, killed in her sleep. But no, she was shot, awakened, a ruckus. She's in bad shape. Her boyfriend is messed up. She dies. Someone asleep in their home is not posing a threat to cops that don't look like cops, that is at the wrong home when they already apprehended the suspect 10 minutes beforehand and already got the word out that they had the right one, but go to a different home. That was not a no-knock search. That wasn't even a warrant search. That was an outright assault on someone's domicile to get them. And there is no way a judge, a decent-minded judge or decent-minded lawyer, can actually defend what happened to Breonna Taylor. There is no way they could defend that and allow these cops to go free. It's impossible for any decent-minded person to say, we're going to just let this go and cause this injustice. There is no decency. And when there is no outright, unending, unyielding, volatile reaction to this, in the right areas, might I add, then they know that they got them. And that further aids in the genocide of minorities across the board in the United States. You know, they're not going for the outright eradication and extinction of minorities. They just want the genocide. They want to kill so many. And just, it's almost a sport to them now. Who can they kill and how can they get away with it? Because there's no way for any decent person to hear we were in danger of our lives. We feared for our lives. We were concerned that they might have a weapon. If I was a cop and I'm going to a home and I think that they might have a weapon ready to use it, I'm not coming through that door. I'm not coming through that window. The last thing I'm going to do is try to gain brutal or forceful entry by any means. I would legitimately rather, I don't know, do something novel. You know where they live. You got their address. You got their name. Call them up. Hey, let's talk this out. What's going on? And then that person can say, there are people outside in a truck with shotguns coming to my house. I'm going to blaze anyone up that come here because they obviously trying to kill me. What's the cop going to say? No, these heavily armed, unmarked police officers are there to peacefully talk to you and apprehend you for something that somebody else did that we've already captured. Let us in. We come in peace. This won't end because we can accept it. We can. And I can tell you straight up, I'm that type of person that if I had to actually get involved physically with a protest, I'm going to make sure nobody destroys their own neighborhood. We're going to go to the ones that cause it. We go to the judges, the lawyers, the cops, and we bomb their homes. We would cause them and say we were in fear for our lives, because the truth is, so long as no one fights back, your life is in danger. And every last, how can I say, every last poor-minded person out there that look down at minorities, that don't like minorities, that just enjoy their little well-to-do life outside the visual, of any minority. If they just live their happy life, they don't care. You die, you obviously deserved it. What were you doing? When they are the victim, all of a sudden they're humanized. It's time to stop helping them see themselves in the light that they want. Because if you sit there and decide you're going to do the right thing, the peaceful thing, the harmless thing, and all they do is hurt and kill you, I mean, to all of you racists out there, all of you swastika lovers that you used to hate, used to hate that symbol, all you Hail Hitlers and you white nationalists, this right here is what you call a broken somber. This here is done. Beware the silence of the minorities. Because if they go silent, you know what they're doing? The very thing you've got the FBI, the CIA, and all these other places, what you got them for, to spy on them. Because if they go quiet, that means they've gone planning. And you know that. Because you're not spying on too many, majority people. Not so much. But keep checking Black Twitter. Keep checking Facebook. It won't be there. It's not going to be there at all. It's going to be word of mouth. It's going to be communal. It's going to be local. And it may or may not be on cell phones. And if it is, it won't be typed. People will get their stuff in order. And they will start mounting levels of revenge. And they will not care to be seen as the good guy because they are tired of being the subject of some kind of murder game. Since the cops got a gang of murderers and brutality inducers, get your stripes and get in a gang and the police. I thought the police were there to break up gangs, but the gangs in blue. That movie was made for a reason. It's gonna happen. See, I'm that type that would say, here's your target, take it out, destroy that building, because we know you care about your property. I'd burn your lawn. I wouldn't set some damn cross on it. No, I'd burn the grass, the hedges. I'd make you look all bad, and in front of the HMOs and stuff, or whatever they're called. Your highfalutins and stuff. Oh yeah, do all that little stuff to you. That's me. Now, someone might say, hey, take this video down or give him a strike or something because he's inciting violence, he's inciting a riot or whatnot and all this other stuff. And here's the thing. I can say this and nobody's going to listen to me anyway. But if you're going to be able to do that, if you're going to be able to take me down or hate on me by any means necessary because of what I'm saying, and yet you're not going to hate on people like our president and our senators and things like that can get out there and incite mass violence and put in laws and things that allow minorities of any faction to be hurt and killed, and no justice comes to the ones that did it. You can't be mad at me. I'm just a little dude with 202 subscribers as of this moment. Their subscribers is so high, you don't even talk about the numbers. You go into percentage, and it's national. Don't get mad at the one with no power. Get mad at the one that has all the power, that's doing all the killing. That's what you do. This has been Cedric Kennedy for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.